They didn't want me back then, how about now?
Alrighty, it's time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we got a special video because you, my following, are actually participating in this video, right? As the title says, obviously I'm gonna be rating y'all fits. I got a whole bunch of good fits in here, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. And I'll be honest with you, if you don't like my rating, don't be mad. You asked me to rate your fit, bro. With that being said, I got the backup phone right here. We finna scroll through these pictures and see what's good. Also with that, I just want to say shout out to everybody who's in this video. I'm gonna put their Instagram, their handle, and a screenshot of their account on here just so y'all can go follow them if you want to. But I really do appreciate y'all being in this video, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first fit, I got my guy on here, 48 pieces. I actually asked him to be in this video because I do like this fit. So we're gonna start off with this leather jacket that I'm seeing right here. I don't know what brand it is, but it is a nice jacket. It's black with a white stripe on it, and then he's got a hat with black and white on it, so I think that definitely goes well together. And then my favorite part of any outfit is the denim, and he's got on these, they might be Rock Revival or they might be Affliction, I can't exactly tell, but they got a nice boot cut flare to them. The wash is perfect. I remember telling him, like, I need these. Guess at some point I'm gonna have to find my own. And then he's got some boots on there. It's low-key a fit that I would throw on myself. Didn't get a picture of the front, I should have, but I see he's got the nice little accessories, the biker chain on there. Low-key, that's hard as hell. I need that. I think the background and just the way that the picture was taken as well is really good. Lighting, everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this fit a 10 out of 10. Really, I don't give out 10 out of 10s, but I really do think this is a good fit, and obviously something that I would put on. That's how we're gonna start it off. Alright, so the next fit, we're going with something I like a little bit more. So this right here is from my guy Seb. Now this guy, he's been showing me love for a little minute. Ever since he followed me, every single post that I put up, reshares, comment, type shit like that, you know, all that little stuff. So I do appreciate that. But you know, I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna be honest about the fit. But definitely, this is a fit that I would also put on. Like I said, I really do like wearing con fits. This is low-key literally the same template. Tee, denim, and whatever bottoms you want to wear. Whatever footwear you want to put on, this is literally the same template that I went with my fit today. You can never fail. So it looks like he might have a vintage Redskins tee. It might not even be vintage. Might be like 2000, something like that. Of course, we know that they didn't change their name until a couple years back. But definitely a really big fan of that tee. One of the first football teams that I ever did watch was the Redskins, especially for Thanksgiving. I feel like that was always the vibe, was just watching that, and versus the Cowboys, I guess. I don't even know how many times they did that, but that's what I can remember. Then to continue to fit, we went on with the camos. I'm definitely a fan of the way that they fit, the way that they look. I feel like maybe if it was me, I probably wouldn't go camos. Probably throw on some black denim or something like that, but that's just me. At the same time, I feel like it really does work together. And then we go with these Jordan 5s. Now, I don't know exactly what Jordan 5s these are. Let me know in the comments. I really do like the tongue being out. I know that a lot of people say cover your tongue or uncover your tongue, bro. I really like the mix of it here. So I really do like the touch of the red on the Jordan and then the white laces. I feel like everything just kind of goes together pretty well. I'm gonna go ahead and give this fit a 9 out of 10. I really do like it. Like, if one thing I would change, or not even change but add, say at least like a bracelet or some rings or something like that, it would definitely add a little more detail. But I think the picture is cool. Like, the location is definitely nice. The fit is pretty cool. This is definitely something I wear. So 9 out of 10. Alright, so the next fit that we got, we're gonna go with my guy Hey Zach. And I'm not gonna lie, this location is hard as hell. Like, I need to find out where this is, and wherever you at, bro, I need to flick up there. Now let's get into the most important part, because obviously we know background is key, but I definitely think that my guy here threw on a pretty great fit as well. See, we go with the leather jacket, we go with the nice little vest on, black hat. I think they got pins on them. Going with like the nice formal minimalistic look. I see he's got a tie on, the white button up, some black denim. I can't tell if those are slacks or not. Maybe it's just the quality of this phone. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but I can't tell. And then I think those are Nike Blazers, but don't be mad at me if I'm wrong. This is another one of those fits that I definitely would throw on. I feel like if anything that I would change is probably just tucking in the bottom. That's about it. I don't really have anything else that I would change about this. I really do like the locations, the pics that he took. The thing is really hard. Maybe if I did change anything, I'd probably put on some boots. that's just me. I'd probably throw on some all black boots, but then that would kind of throw off the black and white vibe. So I definitely think you did a pretty good job. Go ahead and give this one a 9 out of 10 just because of the tuck in. Maybe there's a couple little things that I would do, but I definitely really do like this fit. This fit right here is honestly probably one of my favorites just because of how simple it is, and then the pictures themselves are honestly also one of my favorites. I feel like this is definitely a picture that I would take for myself, a location I would take some pictures in for myself. Let's get into it. Obviously the background is pretty great. I really like how there's the neon lights in the background, the water just reflecting, showing that off. I feel like even the sky, everything just went so well together in this pic. I really like the way that everything is fitting on you. I can't tell if those are some black denim or like some really dark blue. I think there's some black denim, but I really do like the way that those fit. I can't see the shoes, but I could tell that this was just a super calm fit, probably like an everyday fit for you, but you had to flick up. I like the long sleeve tee, I like the carabiner, just the way that everything played together. I feel like you accessorized just right for this fit. I think the glasses, the earrings, everything is just cool. Everything in this picture just it went your way. I'll give that a 9 out of 10. I really like this. Next person, we got I'm_Tiara. Now, starting off, location is pretty cool. I really do like the background on here. Something I did notice, which is pretty funny, we actually do have a similar fit because a couple months back, probably around the same time, I literally got a similar colored hoodie and similar colored jeans, and although I did take mine in the Aldi bathroom, I like the lighting in there. I think it's kind of funny because I did have a similar fit, so I felt like picking this one. I felt like it was just right. I really like the additional details on here. I like how you added a jacket on top of it instead of just keeping it a hoodie. I like the bagginess on these jeans. I see you got one of those like chains on denim, and then I see you got a nice chain on, nice rings. I really do like that. I feel like the glasses also do add a nice touch on here. My favorite part probably has to be these shoes right here. I don't know what these are. Can't tell if these are Sambas. Not gonna lie, I might need me a pair, but just probably not in cheetah print. I don't think I could dress that. I really do like that. I like how you had the tongue hanging down. I like how all the colors match together. Oh damn, I couldn't even tell. Got like a similar texture pattern on the collar of the jacket, which is kind of crazy. And I like how the jewelry seems to be a gold instead of just plain silver. At least it has hints of like that darker brownish color. Goes really well. I feel like silver would have probably just stood out a little too much. I really do like this fit. I'm gonna go ahead and give you another 9 out of 10. Alright, on to the next fit. We got my guy Done by Melly. So he did send in 2 fits. Well, he actually sent in 4, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw these 2 in. So the first one that he sent me was honestly pretty calm. Most of these fits that I got are very chill fits. Definitely a lot of them I would wear. I see he's got a nice little flannel on. I see he's got a brown hat to match with the brown on the flannel, and just kind of keeping that autumn vibe. I can definitely tell this is probably taken in the fall time. I see he's got the calm little khaki cargos on, and honestly I can't tell what shoes those are. This is definitely a hard fit. I feel like if there was anything I would change, is probably the tee. I feel like instead of a black tee, I'd probably go with a white tee or maybe like a brown tee, just to keep that like earth tony vibe in instead of just like putting the black. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it has in my mind like a little bit of a block, at least in the torso part, but that's just me. I'll go ahead and give this fit an 8 out of 10. I think the location is pretty nice as well. And then for the next one, super calm vibe. It looks like you're in IKEA or something like that, maybe like a Kohl's inside. And with the furniture, I feel like it adds a nice little classy touch on here. Simple all black fit. Now I can't tell if those are Jordan 1s or some Dunks. I really don't know. I feel like the only thing that throws it off for me in this fit is the blue laces. I feel like everything else was cool, calm. I feel like the blue laces just kind of threw it off for me, but I'm gonna give it another 7 out of 10. It is something else that I would wear myself. Alright, so next fit we got up right here. I honestly don't even know what the Instagram handle is. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the pictures definitely could be better, at least the background on it. Well, like I said, background really doesn't matter all too much as long as the pictures are taken well. I feel like the angles you could have taken them up at definitely could have been better. I'm gonna have to give y'all a video of how to take your pictures by yourself. I feel like even having the pillar off to the side and then showing more of like the straight would have been better. I'm gonna probably put up an example of picture of my own just so you kind of get an example. But let me go ahead and get into this fit. So one thing I do want to address is I'm not the biggest fan of the denim. I don't know what brand it is. I don't know exactly if they're like dark blue denim, but I'm not really the biggest fan. I see it's like a double knee with the flares. I feel like that's just very 2022 trendy. I remember when everybody was adding flares to their denim, but it wasn't even like a good flare. It was just like taking another pair of denim with a different wash and just making the big triangle. I was not a big fan of that, if I'm being honest. That's why you never seen on my timeline me wearing anything like that, but we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I feel like the denim does go very well with the beanie. I feel like if you didn't have the beanie, it would definitely have thrown it off a lot, so I'm glad that you did add that. I do like the tee. That tee is probably something I would wear. Not really something I would keep for long term, but definitely something I would put on if I didn't have too much. Simple little graphic tee. I feel like the crop on it is very nice. I feel like it fits you well. And I can't even really tell what the bottoms are, but I feel like you did put the fit together pretty well with what you had. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. I hope you're not upset with me. I just don't like the denim itself. I feel like that's kind of what threw it down, and I would like to see you kind of adjusting how you take your pictures at least from the angle. I got some good examples in this video if you want to see. Next fit, we're gonna go with my guy Acrylic Water, I think the name was. I'm gonna correct myself if I'm wrong, but he sent in this fit, and I just want to say, like, this fit right here is also something else I would wear. You could probably go back on my Instagram timeline and see where I kind of had fits similar to this, with like the low-key 90s to 70s kind of vibe. We're gonna break down this fit. So first thing, super calm background, nothing really crazy about it. It doesn't throw off the vibe or anything like that, which is great. A lot of the times, even with my own fits, I couldn't even find a good background. I didn't even have time to find a good background, so I went with something simple. So I feel like it definitely doesn't matter as much. Just as long as it's not a terrible background, then I feel like it doesn't really throw it off too much. I feel like definitely different spot might have been a little bit better, but it is what it is. See, you went with the Canadian tuxedo, the denim on denim. I don't even know if they actually call it the Canadian tuxedo. I'm just trolling over here. I think I heard it on TikTok once. Notice that the blues don't match, but I feel like that definitely still goes well together. I really like the blowout on the denim. I feel like the boot cut on that is also pretty nice. I see you got the Converse on here. Super simple fit. I do like how the button up is also like it's got those stripes on them. Really adds a little more character than what a simple black tee would do, or a simple black button up. And then I really like the little tote bag that you got on here. Overall, this is definitely like a 9.5 out of 10. I really do like this fit. This is also something else I would wear. Alright, that trashy phone just died, but I got it on the charger right now, and I'm running back and forth just looking so I can remember, because I don't have the greatest memory. Anyways, we got my guy Kenzo right here, and I just want to say I really do like this fit. This again is another fit that I would put on. I feel like just the way that the tee just fits on you, it's like the perfect crop. I don't know if you did that yourself or you bought it like that. Normally when I buy stuff online, the tees just don't fit me how I want to. So if that brand just came to you perfectly, then just shout out to them, because that's crazy. You know what it is with me. My favorite part of these fits is always the denim. I really do like the way that they just kind of split. I think that was inspired from Rick Owens. I might be wrong. Did have a pair of denim that was similar to that, but it was on the back. Really do like the gray, like the way that it just kind of flares out. I seen you got some Yeezys. I can't tell if those are 500s or not, but I really do like those. I feel like they also fit in with the background just perfectly. I feel like the editing also just went really well together. I really do like the preset that you just used. A very big fan of this fit. Even the hat just matched with the black on the shirt. I really do like that. My second favorite part of this fit is definitely the accessories. I love the Cuban. I love the second chain that you got on there. The Cuban link like bracelets right here. You gotta let me know where you caught those from, because those are beautiful. So I really do love the belt. The rhinestone belts, like, they're just back in for me. I need to get myself a black one. I got a silver one, and as you can tell, I don't wear it too much. But I feel like if I definitely get a black one, I'm gonna be rocking it a little bit more. But I really do like this fit. I like the way you put it on. And then for the second one that I actually did pick out, because I liked it as well, I really love the denim. I love the tee. Y'all gotta put me on to where I can find tees like that, because I really can't find them. You also had the Yeezys on there. I really like the picture with the car in the back as well. Like I said, presets, everything, that editing, everything just put together well. I'm gonna give you 10 for both of them. Alright, so next fit, we got my guy AI in here. I did go to high school with him, so I have known him for a little bit. Reason why I picked out this picture was because it actually is him rocking his own brand, which usually you don't see too much, because you see people hire other models for photo shoots and stuff like that. But I really did like this fit, and if you know, I do have this hoodie myself, but I'm gonna talk to you about it real quick. So starting off, you can see in my pictures, actually it's got like a big logo on the back. I really did like that. That was like my favorite part. The hoodie was super comfortable. I really did like it. I feel like the blue and the yellow definitely goes well together, and instead of like a simple just print, you went with like a nice cloudy texture-ish, because it's a floaters hoodie. I feel like he really did just do that all together well. I feel like the blue was just perfect, and the yellow is just perfect. I actually have a hat that went pretty well with this. I could definitely see that was the standout piece. Had a white tee under. I feel like if it was me, I just tuck the tee up, at least for the pictures, but it doesn't really throw it off too much. And then some super simple jeans. I like the color of them. They do look like they fit well. And then just some simple black shoes. I don't know what those are, but I do like the look of those. And I really do like the background on here. I really don't know where y'all be finding these backgrounds out, but I feel like it threw it all together just right, and I really do like that. I feel like it's definitely a fit that I would throw on myself. Just a couple of simple tweaks, and like I said, I'm honest, I'm fair. I'm gonna go ahead and give you an 8 out of 10. I really do like this fit. Show bro some love, by the way. Alright, this piece of junk is probably about to die me again, but I got the last fit for y'all. Now, this young lady right here, we did go to school together. I think it was like freshman year we had a class together, so it's definitely cool to feature another person that I went to school with in this video. But the reason I went ahead and picked this fit out was just literally everything about this. Mind you, let me just say the rating, I'm giving it a straight 10. No glaze, straight 10. I feel like the accessorizing with the scarf, I feel like just the nice trench, the jeans, the Air Force Ones, glasses too, I feel like everything just went together really well. The background, might I add, I need you to let me know where that is, because I need to pull up and take my own pics there too. Everything about this is just classy. Everything I love about this. Lighting even goes well together. I really am a big fan of this outfit. I feel like even just the way that you were holding the bag, I feel like the ring as well, everything was perfect. It's probably my favorite background of them all. I don't know why, just the train station. I've never taken a picture there, so I feel like it's definitely my favorite. This probably might have been in DC. Let me find out. The phone died, but I really just want to say I appreciate everybody who was in this video. Like I said, it means everything to me for y'all to be paying attention and just kind of watching. Really do appreciate it. Like I said, just back in February or January, I was going to be consistent. I was actually going to be dropping more and more, and I've been sticking to my promise. I've been down in the dumps and just like really going through it lately, so I haven't been as consistent. But like I said, I literally got 3 videos in probably the span of 2-3 days, so I really am locking in. I'm finna force myself to just get everything done, but I really do appreciate everybody for tuning in. If y'all want a part 2 with more people, different fits, then let me know. I got y'all. You know what it is. Obviously, when you see everybody I'm following, you seeing everybody in this video, you know the trend when we get to the end of my video. I say it though, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what y'all's favorite fit was. Let me know if you was in this video. Like, just give me a comment, bro. I really appreciate it. I love y'all. Let's get to 300 subs before the end of the year. You know what it is. We get fly.
But your bitch, I bought her some new products.